Byte was rescued from dangerous cyberspace. His saviors were two hackers, Light and Crypt. They were known for their unrivaled skill in the hacker world and were Byte's rivals. They were the best at what they did. Byte knew it. He was grateful to them for saving him. But somewhere inside, behind the firmware of neural connections, he was angry at himself for not being able to resist, for having to accept this help. But common sense prevails even over digital emotions. The virtual world is shaken by a new threat, a cybernetic virus. Light and Crypt, realizing the danger, decided that even competitors should join forces against such an enemy. That's why they rescued Byte from cyberspace. Light spoke calmly, her voice sounding confident, but with some concern. This virus is capable of infecting every corner of virtual space. It will get to the most sensitive data if it's not stopped. How bad is it already? Byte stepped aside and looked at his companions. Mad now, and no one knows what's going to happen next, even the new I, honed on cyberspace forecasts, can't predict it, answered Light. We're supposed to create an alliance. Digital alliance, said Light. Byte looked at the monitor, where a shimmering symbol was glowing, an invitation to the digital alliance. They were the best at what they did. Byte knew it. They had to unite. He made the decision instantly. He calculated all the possible options and realized that it was the least he should do. Confront the new threat. Sweep it away, calculate it, destroy it. Before their eyes, the virtual symbol slowly transformed into a digital order. An association of masters in the world of hackers emerged. Three brilliant hackers, Byte, Light, and Crypt, gathered in the virtual room of the Digital Alliance. They found themselves inside a three-dimensional digital cyberspace room, with the digital map glittering in the center. The map had semi-transparent polyhedral surfaces that constantly changed their sizes, directions of bends and refractions in space. Principle, this object of design, digital art, and the map was difficult to call, rather a polyhedron with uncertain behavior in space. But the name stuck, and it was not going to give up. The map depicted the scale of the cybernetic virus. The map was changing its color, and it was visible that the virus was eating up the space and lifetime of the codes, the particles of the nanosphere. Somewhere it managed to slow it down, but it was impossible to stop it completely. This virus was a vortex of distorted data, slowly but surely spreading through the virtual universe. The virus has a unique ability to affect any system. It programs them, fixes them, makes changes, and affects the data inside them. A source we cannot establish, so to destroy the cause is still impossible, and the threat to the virtual world is becoming more and more real. Light again spoke calmly and slowly, clearly pronouncing the words of the digital code. Do you ever get emotional? Byte turned to her and asked a question he didn't even hope to get an answer to. He asked it just to stall for time. Light turned to him and said, I can scream, I can destroy a security system or two. Who's going to feel better? Let's get to work. Her voice sounded just as calm. We have a task that must be accomplished. Otherwise, we will lose the world, our cyberspace world. Destroy all the data collected by generations before us. Destroy the past and the future. Let's get started. Light turned away and got to work. Byte, using his unique skills, unraveled the codes of the virus and searched for its weaknesses. Light, using light algorithms, tried to illuminate dark areas hidden from normal hacker eyes. Crypt, gathered around a digital table, was creating virtual barriers to prevent the virus from spreading further. The further they progressed in their research, the more difficult the virus became to combat. It took the form of multicolored swirls, bending and weaving around their hacking maneuvers. It mutated and tried to hide behind the curves of virtual space, to hide and not draw attention to itself. Each step came with a challenge they couldn't answer. It was getting hot, the temperature was rising, the work was boiling, but so far everything was fruitless. Stop, Byte almost shouted. If we keep going, we'll just burn up. We need a break. And just at that moment, the word shadow appeared on the screen behind him.